Hey everyone, I want to tell you good evening. This is Tuesday evening, and I've been busy in the kitchen today. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I've been up to. But I have been turning the last Wednesday pantry haul into a meal, and most of it is something that I've already videoed. And so I'm going to turn you around and show you some of what I'm going to turn around and show you what I did today. And this would have been, if I was to create an entire Thanksgiving meal out of that chicken that was given to me 2 weeks ago, Wednesday, this is how it would have come out, with the exception of I would have made the stuffing and the mashed potatoes. But I didn't do that today because that's too much food for myself, okay? As it is now, what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to package them up, and I'm going to keep them in the refrigerator or pop them into the freezer so I can thank myself later for doing this. So let me turn you around and show you. All right. You can see in the back over there that I roasted the chicken. And then here I have the big sweet potatoes that I got from the food bank. And I took the big ones and I peeled them up, cut them up, boiled them, drained them, mashed them up. I added in, just like I did the last video that I did, I added in brown sugar, vanilla, butter, and this time I used a little cream and cinnamon and salt. And I mixed it all together and put it into this casserole. And then on top, what I used, instead of doing the oat crumble, I had about a bowl's worth of those Cheerios with almonds and with oats, and I think it was a honey glaze on top of it. And so I just used that as a top coating for this to use up what I had, all right? And so I do believe this is going to taste good. I know that it was smelling good when it was baking. And then I made a green bean casserole because I love green bean casserole. It's one of my favorite dishes. And so I'm not going to be mad about making the green bean casserole. Okay. All right. If I was making for like a whole family, then I would have done a pot of mashed potatoes. I would have done the stuffing, and I would have made some gravy. Now, I do want to let you know that I'm going to break this chicken down later. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and wait until tomorrow to break it down, but I'm going to break it down, and look at that. Y'all see that? That was feather. Okay. Reality TV, people, reality TV. I am going to break it down. I'm going to take the bones themselves and put them into a slow cooker. And I'm going to make chicken broth out of the bones. So that's my plan with the bones. Just like I did with the turkey and made turkey broth, I'm going to do the same thing with this chicken. You guys be blessed, because I know I am. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to let you know that I am enjoying that meal I just prepared. And I'm going to bring you in and show you. It's hot, but that crunchy coating that I put on, it was, let me tell you what it was. It was kind of it was a Cheerios, but it was like an almond honey Cheerio. And it had oats and it had nuts in it. Um, I just had a little bit left of it in the package. And so instead of making an oat topping for this one, just went ahead and used up what I had already made. And this is good. It's got almonds in it. The almond slivers. It's really good. I'm kind of glad I did that. It has a nice crunchy honey sweetness to it. And then one of my family's favorite and mine is the old time green bean casserole. I love it. I posted the recipe on the day that I made the casseroles for my family. And I had enough ingredients to make a second one. And actually enough to make a third one for Christmas. And so I also have enough to make for Christmas the sweet potato casserole. And they ask for it every year at Thanksgiving and every year at Christmas. So I already have the stuff to make it for the family. Now, I wanted to let you know, if you can tell I'm hungry, that these meals are not just for Thanksgiving and Christmas, okay? There were often times when my house was full of people that I did meals like this. And one of my favorite, I roast chicken and turkey on a regular basis. And one of my favorite parts of the chicken is that crispy skin. It's my favorite part. I would tell my family, if all you want is the chicken breast and not the skin on top, leave the skin, I'll eat it. And people, that's what I'm doing right now. But the only time I like the skin is when it first comes out, when it comes out of the oven after it's rested. After that, it doesn't taste the same. And so the first meal after I roast a turkey or a chicken is me eating the skin off of it. I know it's crazy, but that crispy skin off the top, that's where it's at, okay? And you can see I'm eating it. I love it. Now on this chicken, I tested the meat on the inside and it's seasoned really, really well. Right down on the chicken. I pulled the legs off of both, the legs off of it. And that's what I'm eating right now, is the chicken legs. You're allowed to eat with your fingers the chicken legs. You can do that. So that's what I'm doing. See? The chicken leg. But I do break it down into smaller pieces. I don't pull the whole chicken out and bite into it in front of you guys. But I wanted you guys to know that for me, an important part of what I do here in YouTube video land is first and foremost to let people know that it's okay for you to go to a food bank. It's okay. If you are feeling the crunch of the economy, and especially now in the month of December, you feel like it is going to be a rough Christmas for your family, call around and ask about a local food bank. Because there's absolutely nothing wrong with asking for help, with going to a food bank, receiving food. And I'm going to be quite frank with you. There are food banks around that throw food away. Toss it out. And they do that because not enough people go. Now, am I encouraging people that am I encouraging people to go to the food bank? And the answer to that is yes, I am. Because if you're feeling like you need to go to the food bank, you probably do. So guys and gals, check around. I also want to let you guys know that I'm returning to the food bank this week. Because I am working my way through the food that I already received before Thanksgiving. And I am going to go back and restock and see what I get this week from the food bank. And remember, what I can't use, I pass along to those who need it. Family, friends, and neighbors and loved ones. I'm not hoarding. I am helping out those who can't go to the food bank because they're working, but qualify for the food bank. And it really doesn't matter what I'm doing with this food to you guys. Just know that I'm a good steward of the food that I receive. I am. You guys be blessed, because I know I am.